Guys, what is going on? It is your boy JamesTheAce. Welcome back to another video today. Oh my god. Yo, I cannot control myself. Everybody is going crazy. My Discord is going crazy. Twitter is going crazy. The community is going crazy. Absolutely crazy right now. The Season 2 changes, as you can see up at the top, have been dropped. These are the dev notes that just dropped today at the making of this video. And I had to make this video. Like, I know people say that all the time. I had to make this video. We were heard. We were actually listened. All of the videos that felt like I was just yelling into the void, all of the tweet longers I put out. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should be. You're doing something wrong. Bro, listen, we got to get into it, okay? Because our voices have been heard. Like, actually, all of the drastic changes finally have somewhat of a solution to them. And although not a lot of these are like permanent, this is a huge step in the right direction. Now, there's a few, iffy things, as we'll read later on, but I will be giving my opinion on pretty much 99% of this, but all of this is PvP based. So unlike a normal, like diary that someone like Professor Falmea might put out, I'm actually going to read all of this because it's all PvP related, and that's what the majority of people who watch Wizard101 YouTubers watch them for, right? So anyways, getting right into it, I do want to say right off the bat, they have up here, note that the changes will not take effect immediately at the rollover from Season 1 to Season 2. So basically what this means is that, and I've kind of already given my opinion about this on Twitter, but I'll relay it here for the sake of the video. I don't like this. Obviously, I understand that like they're a company and they run on things that are kind of streamlined for them. But basically what this means is that Season 2 will be Season 1 in disguise until the update actually drops. So it might say Season 2, but it's actually not. People will still be Jin's defense spamming and Mandaring and doing all this other bullcrap. But anyways, so the rating system is actually getting a revamp. So you will lose, I think Ratbeard said 25 to 50 rank, depending on how high you are. So if you are any of these ranks, this is what your Season 2 carryover rating will look like. So you'll actually lose some. So if you're a Warlord with 2K, obviously, because that's like the new rating for Warlord, you'll be like a 1950. So pause the screen here if you want to see what you might be dropping to. But that is the new conversions for your Season 2 carryover rating if you are a high rank, or I guess any rank at all, really. I haven't been doing much PvP. I know I said that in one of my last videos that I would be doing PvP after farming all of the tier 5 spell elements, but I'm not sauce. I don't really do this as a job or anything. I'm not going to put myself through all the mental stuff that I see him put himself through on his daily streams. He's lucky to have the people that he has like around him and supporting him. I can't do that. That's way too stressful and not over Wiz, bro. But anyways, I digress, right? Changes to matchmaking. Matchmaking servers now enforces a minimum 1 rank difference for matches. All players can queue with the assurance that you will not be matched with a player more than 1 rank below, nor more than 1 rank above your current rank. So this is basically to keep like you from gaining +1 rank, because that is like the main problem with Elo right now, is people versing someone that's like literally like right below them in terms of rating and gaining no rank off of beating them, and the match could be like a grueling one, right? So basically all this section is talking about is that, like, the whole we're making changes. You will probably have to, wait a little while longer. Players should expect queue times to be slightly longer, but match quality overall should improve. That's basically all of this is going over. I read most of these, but I wanted to make the video to get it out to the public, right? So that's what's going on with this section. Changes to match parameters. We got things like the match timer has been changed from 5 minutes to 7 minutes. I think that's referring to in-game, like how long you have to pick your card. This will allow players a bit more time to secure a win, etc., etc. Or actually, not pick a card, but your individual timer. Sorry, I messed that up. Both players will lose rating points for a draw. Or actually, I skipped over the most important one in this section. Change the infraction system for when a draw happens to apply to only the player whose timer reaches 0. So basically, what the reason why this is implemented is because people were jading or trying to go immune or, you know, setting for like streamers and other people that they knew were in queue, right? And they would basically timer them, resulting in both players getting an infraction. And eventually multiple people would do this or target one person, and eventually they would get banned from PvP for like a day. And obviously, as a developer, you don't want people doing that. So that is why this is happening. So now if you're a Jade, you are absolutely stressed out about picking the perfect plays immediately, which is almost impossible with the way Ratbeard has changed Wiz, right? So most Jades will get infractions very quickly and probably get booted out of queue for days on end. So that is obviously amazing. The damage limit in PvP and PvE has gone from 200 to 250 to accommodate gear and level cap changes. I'm not really sure if that affects, you know, levels like 60 and Exalted all that much. But the damage intersection remains unchanged in both game modes, 125 in PvE, 150 in PvE. I'm not really sure how to interpret this because 125 isn't really its own game mode for PvP, but 150 in PvE, I guess that's good for PvE people. The damage intersection remains the same. Oh, okay, so they raised the limit, but the intersection, so the rate at which you lose is less. So you can easily gain more damage in PvE. I guess that's what they're saying. But 125 is not its own game mode, so I don't know why they have that up there. Anyways, moving on to the hard-hitting changes. This is where it gets good, bro. This is where everybody's popping off at. So, let's get right into it, fam. Universal Shield ramps, Glacial Fortress, Wall of Blades, and Rat's Defense. Hold on, no. Hold on. Let's go ahead and pop that out. Rat's Defense. There we go. Just so that it's official, all right? So, let's get this out of the way. So, Glacial Fortress, Wall of Blades, Rat's Defense, Oni's Morbidity. These spells now create 25% universal shields instead of the beefy, unfair, spammed 50% universal shields. So Jin's Defense and all of the other shield gambits will no longer dominate the queue because it is a tower shield. It will no longer convert any like hanging shield to a tower shield. That was the most obnoxious thing in the history of the devs saying, oh, well, that's the way it was designed. Well, design is killing the game. All right, that's literally what I've been trying to say. Design was killing the game. People are now going to come back, and it's only going to be a better read for the people watching this right now as we continue. So let's go ahead and do just that, right? Tranquility Meditation, Jin's Fortune, Jin's Restoration, Oni's Forge, the healing over time ramps have been changed so that the first converted HOT converts a 3-round overtime, the second one creates a 4-round overtime, and the third converts into a 5-round overtime. So there's a little bit of confusion on Twitter right now at the making of this video about what this actually means, and the damage overtime basically says the same thing, so I won't read that, right? But basically, people are assuming that it will convert 3 shields into 1 5-round overtime. What this actually means is that, say someone elemental shields, right? And then I use, Meltdown. It will turn the first tower shield into 1 tick that lasts for 3 rounds. The second tower shield, or the second elemental shield, will convert into a tick that lasts 4 rounds, and then et cetera, the third tower shield will convert into one that has that will last for 5 rounds, right? So these actually got buffed. So not only did Jin's Defense get nerfed, but counters to Jin's Defense got buffed. This is insane, and this is good, and this spells fun. If this doesn't spell fun to you, then I mean, you've just been spamming Jin's Defense, like, let's be honest, right? Here is one of the biggest positive changes, and this, I think, is one of the heavy-hitting contributors to what is now the best league in the game, which is Exalted. And you guys will be seeing videos popping very, very soon from the boy once this update drops, because as we know, it's not dropping immediately as season 2 gets here, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? But all Oni ramps and gambits other than balance, because obviously we know like the balance Oni is like and the 120 balance Rochambeau gives shadow pips, I think, or something like that. But they're like shadow pip base, and exalted is no shad. So they have been reduced from level 120 to level 100. Yo, we can ramp, we can Oni at exalted, fam. What? Bro, I can hop on the Skybreaker and turn a Myth's Jin's defense into an overtime and Jin you for everything you've ever been born with. I will Jin the skeleton out of your body, bro. I will turn you from myth to death, bro. What? Bro, oh my god, bro. This opens up so much more strat. Myth Mastery isn't the end-all be-all. Mastery isn't mandatory anymore, bro. We can Oni, we can Jin, we can do everything, bro. There's no P-Serve, there's no Shads, bro. There's no Decathlon. That's not even meta, bro. Exalted just became the best league by far, dude. Oh my, I'm popping off over the Wiz, over the kids card game, bro. The devs came through. I'm losing it. Yo, okay, hold on. Let me calm down, right? Changes to gear. If you guys have watched my last video, or one of my last videos titled The Problem with Wizard101's PvP Development, where basically I just kind of like professionally berate, that might be too strong of a word, but professionally, you know, talk about why Ratbeard is wrong and some of his design choices. And this is not just me, right? I'm not taking full credit for this. Other PvPers like Liam as a Vibe have been talking about this. Shout out to your boy. But there were people running around with a square jewel that gave Pierce. And if you're not too spun up on, you know, the jewel system, which has been out for a while, I don't know why you wouldn't be spun up on it, but square jewels are not supposed to be giving Pierce. So this is why this is in. So thank you for coming through with that. That was a blatant exploit. Changes to pet may cast talents. Now this is another huge one that I'm so glad they put in here, because this also yet again tells us the devs are listening. Most common pet may cast talents are now set to fire only once per match. So no more will you be watching an Austin the Sauce match and his opponent, like, not Jin's defense, I was about to say Jin's defense, his opponent's pet will no longer de-lance 7 times in one game. And then just to have that person say GG and then leave, right? No more will that happen. I assume this also counts for things like Brace Defy and stuff like that. So Kroger Jewels will only cast once per match, which is actually huge. And then we get into the changes to specific spells. Now, yo, I'm telling you, bro, the smile on my face, dude, like, we were heard. This is so crazy. Like, you know, the average angry player could easily be like, oh, like the devs only listen to the YouTubers and stuff like that. But the YouTubers are the ones trying to provide the content, constantly doing PvP. So we would know more than most everybody else, right? So that argument kind of gets thrown out the window, especially if you're a person that abuses broken things like you know, Jin's defense and Decathlon, which a lot of content creators don't, because we want to make it fun for the viewer, like, you know what I mean? So, but this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. So Mandar now retains the 30% incoming damage. So no longer are you spouting what, like 45 or 40% extra damage with no incoming damage. And double pip gain was absolutely ridiculous. I don't do max like really at all. But I'm happy for that change for those of you who do. Lord of Winter TC. Now, quick GLDR, Lord of Winter TC did like a K and mana burn 3 pips off. Absolute. Why is an ice spell mana burning and doing a K without a shad? Like, I don't really care how many pips it is. It could be like 11 pips, right? Why is a TC ice spell doing a K and burning you? It doesn't really make much sense. So I complained about it, and finally we see a change. It now reflects the train spell. So 775 to 895 and only burns 2 pips, which I would really love to see get swapped with the utility of what is it, Sabretooth? Because I don't really know why Ice would need a burn spell in the first place. That's really a balance thing, right? So devs, if you are watching this, let's get a swap on that sometime in the future, maybe like in the update that introduces spellements to 10 pip spells, because Lord of Winter should not be burning in the first place. It's kind of OP for, you know, the defense school. But anyways, I digress on that. And then the Lemuria hero spells. Now, this was kind of kept under wraps, and what I'm telling you guys is probably known by only like 1% of you, right? But the Heroes of Lemuria pack, the wand for level 100 gives Mandar and Frenzy. I think it gives like 2 Frenzy and 1 Mandar. So technically, if it were to have gotten out, or someone super toxic were to pop packs and get that wand, they could have been spamming it on pretty much any school at Exalted. Imagine an Ice with Blue Phoenix TC spamming that with pre-patch Lord of Winter TC, and on top of that, their Jin's Defense spamming with a Myth Mastery, and then, oh, on top of that, their wand gives them Frenzy and Mandar. So now they have double pip gain. Absolutely ridiculous, and it's now fixed. I brought this to Ravier's attention immediately, and other devs' attention, and it now has been fixed before the Rampage has had a chance to actually get out and, you know, break PvP even further. So I am happy for that, and I don't really care if people start doing it now, because they won't be able to do it for too much longer. But anyways, changes to treasure cards. Now, this is another huge thing there, and this section is kind of where like the iffiness gets into it, but they do let people know that actually, I don't know where it is. I thought they were gonna talk about them auditing these and bringing them back, but maybe I spoke in my head. But anyways, these treasure cards have been added to the no PvP list as of Season 2. And if you want to read word for word what this is, I will have the Season 2 changes in the description. First link in the description, because I know I'm skimming over some things and kind of like summarizing things, but I do want to get this video out in due time. So for Balance, Plague Pigs, Judgment, that's one of the iffy ones. I guess Balances are just going to have to start packing main deck Judge until this gets audited, if it even does. I don't really know, but yeah, kind of an iffy one. Death Hierophant, the 3-pip version, I guess for like a minion killer. Metaclops or Metalops, is that really what it's called? Anyways, Crow, which I think is a 5-pip hit and beguile card, or it might be 3 pips. I'm not too sure. But for Fire, Flame Snake, Fire Wyvern, the other Fire Wyvern, so I think like the Decathlon and the normal version, Infernal Kraken, Lord of Blazes, which I don't really know what that is, and then Wildfire Treant was kind of like, I don't know why that got banned. That's kind of like a useless spell, but maybe it was getting spammed. I don't know. I haven't seen it at Exalted or anywhere else really, but it could just because I wasn't watching matches where it was. For Ice Bats, Blue Phoenix, Suitin Sakui, I think that's a minion killer, and then Ice Hound, a gimmick spell. I don't really think it was that OP, but I could be wrong. For Life, the Decathlon, Goat Monk 3-pip, I think that's what that is. Rock Clops. For Myth, General Achilles, some Gobbler spells. And here's another iffy one, Oni No Jade. Why did Myth lose its 6-pip Mushu TC? But if we look down here, right, Storm kept its 6-pip Oni, what is it? Oni No Jade or something like, not Oni No Jade. Oni No Plague. Storm kept Oni No Plague, but Myth lost Oni No Jade. That doesn't really make much sense. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then all Mutate TC. Now, I think earlier in here, they also specify that Transmute Train spells are also what would that even be classified as? Mutate. Hold on, I gotta go back up here. Mutate. So yeah, all mutates are banned from PvP. All train mutate spells are banned from PvP. So these are actually this is what I was referring to earlier. They're under design review. So these will be coming back in due time. I don't really know when. It's completely up to the devs, but that means no more Deadly Minotaur, no more Fire Wyvern, no more Fire Kraken, Fire Shark, all that other nonsense. PvP is looking to make like a 95% comeback, right? The devs were talking about, dude, Ratbeard the other day, he was in Sauce's chat, he was talking about, dude, engagement is up and all this other stuff. Bro, to me, that's in one ear and out the other. I don't believe that. But after this update, if that gets said, 100%, dude. PvP is looking to make a full comeback. I cannot wait for this. Yo, let's go!